My dear friends, I am Dr. Omkar prasad Baidya, MD PhD from King George Medical University. I am going to discuss a very interesting topic, effect of exercise on the nervous system or on the brain. So, all of you might be doing regular exercise and all of you know that exercise is good for health and it has profound effect on our body and mind, and it has some protective action against various chronic diseases also. So it is beneficial for our body. But today we'll be discussing and try to focus that how exercise affects central nervous system or nervous system, or more especially brain. So before starting the beneficial effect, I want to say that exercise has some effect on the nervous system. When a person do regular exercise, blood flow throughout the body will increase. This is because when a person do exercise, there is increase in cardiac output, and that is mediated by a increasing force of contraction of heart, and that is affected due to sympathetic system stimulation. Now, when a person doing regular exercise, there is rapid contraction of heart during doing exercise, and because of that, blood flow to the brain also increase. So because of increasing the blood flow to the brain, so a lot of changes can occur in the brain. So number one is there is increased chance of angiogenesis. So new blood vessels may open up or new blood vessels may be formed due to regular exercise, and that's why this is one of the important point. Beside that, due to regular exercise, there is a chance of synaptic plasticity or neurogenesis. What is neurogenesis? Neurogenesis means genesis means synthesis and neuro means neurons. So it is a synthesis of new neurons. So it also helps in growth of neurons and synthesis of new neurons and production of stem cells and conversion of stem cells into new neurons. So it helps in neurogenesis, angiogenesis. It also helps in synaptic plasticity or neuronal plasticity. What is synaptic plasticity? It is nothing but modulation at the synapse, which helps in new stories of memory or learning at the level of synapse. Can you understand? So all of you know then synapse plays important role. Synapse is a junction between the axon and dendrite of one neuron with another. So actually synapse is a junction where, because of neuronal plasticity or synaptic plasticity, new memories can be formed, and these neural memories can be stored in the form of learning or motor learning, or it may be formed as a part of learning, and which can be stored throughout the life. So synaptic plasticity is one of the important mechanism by which brain undergoes memorification or stories of memory. So thus, before starting the main beneficial effect of exercise on the brain, we are again going to tell that the brain, work of brain is increased when a person do regular exercise, because when a person do regular exercise, there is increased blood flow to the brain, and because of that there is a angiogenesis, increased chance of angiogenesis or increase in blood vessel formation in the brain, and there is a neuronal development or nerve growth, neuronal growth, new neurons are formed, there is an increase in synaptic plasticity. At the same time, it also increases the activity of various parts of the brain, especially hippocampus, which is the center of memory, stories of memory in the human brain. So this is a mechanism by which brain responds to regular moderate exercise. Now directly we are going to speak now what are the effect of exercise on our brain. Number one important thing we should not forget is, a very important thing, it elevates our mood or it makes our happiness. So it is the regular exercise make ourselves feel better and happy. So it is one of the important, so it can be indicated in those subjects who are stressed and depressed. So regular exercise increase our happiness. So how it is doing? It is doing by increasing the level of endorphins and dopamine in the blood. So regular exercise increase the dopamine level, at the same time it increase the serotonin level and also increase the endorphin level. So endorphin level is the level of is a substance which when it is increased, it is responsible for feeling of sense of well-being. So it is responsible for feeling of sense of well-being, and it makes ourselves very happy. So exercise makes ourselves happy. So next important point is that regular exercise makes ourselves free from stress. So one of the important stress management or distressing ourselves from stress. Stress is an important biological phenomena by which human body respond to any external stimulus or internal stimulus. But a chronic stress may be lead to various chronic diseases. It leads to aging. It leads to loss of alertness. It leads to chance of cardiovascular disease. Even stroke may occur. Rise of blood pressure. It may leads to neuronal aging. It may leads to loss of memories. So stress is not good for our body. So regular exercise actually suppresses the release of stress hormones, which is nothing but cortisol and adrenaline. So it's regular exercise suppresses mainly the cortisol, and because of lower level of cortisol, it helps in distressing our body and plays important role in stress management. And all of you know, and we must know that stress has a bad effect on our brain also and nervous system also. It helps in suppression of the mental activity and prone our for depression and loss of memories. So regular exercise can prevent ourselves from the bad effects of stress, and thus it plays an important role in stress management. Third important point, how exercise may be beneficial to our brain, is that exercise increase the memory and makes a person more thoughtful, increase the critical thinking and reasoning. So most important thing is that it increase the formation of new memories. So those who cannot remember things, or those persons suffering from loss of memory, if they do regular exercise, their memory will increase. So that is because why it is happening. So it is because when you do person become regular exercise, there is increased blood flow to the hippocampal region and cortex, brain cortex, and because of that there is a neurogenesis in the hippocampus region, and it has been found by MRI study that regular exercise also increase the activity of the hippocampus and angiogenesis also. Because of all those things, activity in the hippocampus will increase, and because of that the memory will increase. At the same time, because of neuronal plasticity or synaptic plasticity will occur in more in number in hippocampus. So number of neurons in hippocampus will increase, number of blood vessel may increase because of regular exercise. At the same time, there will be chance of neuronal plasticity and activity of the hippocampus will increase, and because of all these factors, the person become more intelligent, so they can remember things more. So increase in memory. So next important beneficial effect of exercise on human brain is it decreases the chance of Alzheimer's disease. Now Alzheimer's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder which occurs because of decrease in acetylcholine secretion from the part of brain known as nucleus of Maynard. So this Alzheimer's disease is associated with loss of memories. So regular exercise it may be protective for brain, and as it inhibits or prevents the risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. So even in person who are getting or who are having Alzheimer's disease, they can do regular exercise, as the exercise can prevent the loss of memories and prevents the progression of the disease. Of course, once a person develops Alzheimer's disease, exercise cannot cure the disease 100%, but it helps in prevention or progression of the Alzheimer's disease, and even it decreases the chance of getting Alzheimer's disease. Next important point is that regular exercise can decrease the chance of getting age-related dementia and neurological problem. So with age, actually there is a chance of aging, and because of aging, neurons also go for aging or degeneration and leads to age-related dementia. So regular exercise decreases the chance of age-related dementia because it increases the growth of neurons and formation of new neurons, increase the chance of neurogenesis, angiogenesis, and because of all these factors or all this mechanism, it suppresses the chance of getting age-related dementia. Another important mechanism or very important role of exercise on human brain is that it decreases the chance of brain cancer or risk of brain cancer is decreased. So that is very much important. So those person who are prone to brain cancer or family who are in the family who are having brain cancers in their parents, so they can do regular exercise and which can boost our immunity also and prevents ourselves from brain cancer. Another important function of exercise on the human brain is that it increases our mood. So it is a mood booster or it boosts our mood. Actually, those persons who do regular exercise, they are free from depression and anxiety. So it inhibits depression and anxiety, and that's why and elevates our mood. Thus, those patients suffering from depression and anxiety, they can be advised or prescribed therapeutic exercise which can prevent getting depressed or prevent ourselves from anxiety. So this is because regular exercise increase the level of serotonin and noradrenaline. So when person do regular exercise, it increases the level of dopamine, serotonin and noradrenaline. Serotonin and noradrenaline are the neurotransmitter which are responsible for the mood, maintaining the mood of a person. So depression occurs or anxiety occurs because fall in or decrease in the neurotransmitter noradrenaline and serotonin. So regular exercise elevates this or increase the level of serotonin and noradrenaline, and thus it helps in prevention of or decrease the chance of getting depression or anxiety and makes our mood better or is a mood booster. Regular exercise has been shown that it can increase the confidence in exercising individual. In those persons who do regular exercise, they may have good confidence, skills, socially they are more oriented, and they can go for leadership works also. So their confidence also increased, so they can work in more leadership areas, and thus it is a motivational effect also. Regular exercise increase our motivation, they makes our more towards more leadership qualities, and they also increase the confidence in the exercising person. So it is always advised those who are in leadership works or leadership jobs, they can do regular exercise, so they will increase the confidence and self-confidence will be increased because of regular exercise. Another important role of regular exercise on human brain is that it increases the neurobehavioral outcome. It makes the behavior of a person is increased or improved by doing regular exercise. Their social skills also increased and overall skill also increased. So they become more socially welcoming and interactive. They also gain the confidence. They also have a good mood, as I told you. So because of all these factors, their behavior is increased. So that's why they have good or proper neurobehavioral outcome. Regular exercise also increases the alertness in a particular individual. It increases the concentration, focus, and increase the creativity of the exercising person. So they increase the creativity, it increases the concentration and focus of the person. So those students or those subjects or those patients, those who have loss of memory or those they cannot do creative works or those are suffering from lack of attention in studies, so they can be advised regular exercise, certain time, proper time, moderate exercise, and it can increase the alertness, make a person more conscious, increase the concentration of the person and focus at the same time, increase the creativity. Creativity actually is the most important function of prefrontal cortex or frontal lobe. Now regular exercise increase the blood flow to the frontal lobe and increase the neurogenesis in frontal lobe also. So because of all these mechanisms, it has been shown that regular exercise can increase the concentration, focus and creativity. So it's always advised to do regular exercise if you want to be scientist. Now another important thing is that it also increases the mental health, overall mental health. Regular exercise increase the mental health and increase the cognitive function of brain. So regular exercise can increase the overall cognitive function of brain and mental health. So that is one of the important function of regular exercise. Exercise also helps a person to handle emotions in a better way. So it helps increase the emotional processing of a person, because regular exercise increase the blood flow to the limbic lobe. So limbic lobe and amygdala are activated in the process. So they make the person more emotionally stable and handle emotions in a better way. So that is also very much important and helps in the person more social. Regular exercise also prevents brain aging and overall aging also, because when a person do regular exercise, it boosts up the production of antioxidant level in the blood, as suppresses the oxidants level in the blood, and because of increase in the antioxidant level, it prevents the aging, overall aging as well as brain aging also. Exercise also helps in making our sleep more sound. So it helps a person to have sound sleep, and proper sound sleep is very much important, as it helps in maintenance of blood pressure, it helps in the proper growth, it helps in good metabolism. So sleep has regular good effect on our human body. So regular sleep is very much important, and regular exercise normalize our sleep and helps a person to have very sound sleep. And this, all of you know, sleep is very much important effect. Person suffering from insomnia or lack of sleep, or those person who are deprived of sleep, they have higher chance of having cardiac arrest, stroke, hypertension, and various chronic diseases. So that's why we must do regular exercise, which can boost our immunity. At the same time, it can help ourselves in having proper sleep. Exercise especially also decrease the risk of hypertension. It normalizes our blood pressure and helps in prevention of chronic disease like stroke. Stroke is nothing but a cerebrovascular accident, also known as cerebrovascular accident. It's a neurological condition where, because of hypertension, there is rupture of the blood vessels and formation of blood clot on the neurons, and ultimately, because of pressure effect, neurons get damaged and leads to neuronal manifestation, and we call it stroke. And that is mostly called hemorrhagic stroke. Now it may be because of thrombotic disorder also, like because of ischemia, when there is formation of a thrombus in the brain, thrombus in the brain, especially blood vessels of the brain, and it may lead to the blockage of blood supply to a part of neurons of the brain, and ultimately it may lead to ischemic stroke. So both ischemic or hemorrhagic may be because of hypertension, and regular exercise decrease the chance of stroke and various chronic vascular disease, and even it prevents chance of getting myocardial infarction. So these are the various effect of exercise on the brain. So we can see that exercise has a very good effect on our brain. It increases our mental health. It has increased the cognitive function, increase the alertness, memory. It makes us more happy because of the release of endorphins, and it's a mood booster. It prevents ourselves from brain cancers. It also increases the emotional responsive capacity or emotional handling capacity of a person, and it can be help in prevention of depression or anxiety. So it is also can be used in therapeutical measure. It promotes sleep. It also helps in the prevention of very life-threatening conditions like stroke, heart attacks, and various mechanisms by which exercise is promoting these effects on the brain. Number one is regular exercise increase the blood flow, as I told you, and increase the angiogenesis. It also help in the suppression of stress hormones, and it helps in the release of neurotransmitter like serotonin, dopamine, endorphins. And another important function is that because of regular exercise, it increases the release of neurotrophins like brain-derived neurotrophic factor, insulin-like growth factor, then neurotrophin 3, 4. So all these neurotrophins are actually also known as nerve growth factor, is released or increased because of regular exercise, and which is responsible for increasing the survival and differentiation of neurons. So because of all these factors, there is overall positive effect on the human brain, and at the same time it has been found that regular exercise increases the activity of hippocampus and cortical area, and there is increase in the brain size. Gray matter volume will increase. So regular exercise may increase the gray matter volume, and ultimately overall function of the brain is increased. So we can see that exercise is always good for human brain and nervous system. So it is always advisable to indicate exercise by physician or doctors. At least 30 to 40 minutes of exercise per day is advisable, as it has a positive effect or beneficial effect on the brain. So all of you should do exercise on day-to-day activity, and it can be indicated or advised by doctors, as it has some therapeutic value on the human brain and various neurological disorders. Thank you very much.